Alright, hey guys, it's TsubakiSwagg, and I'm coming to you with my review of Young Blackjack, episode 5, and this episode was pretty fucking dope. Like, I wasn't prepared for the epicness that was this episode. Like, Blackjack is so freaking amazing, and from what I found out, this show is actually like a precursor to the original show, manga, whatever. So this is him like when he was younger. But this show is so freaking awesome. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you go watch it because it's not necessarily like actiony or anything like that, but just seeing Blackjack's life is intense. Like I feel for this dude. Like right now he is in Vietnam in the war trying to help people, and they get captured and tortured, and Yabu actually is the one who saves them because all this time he had been looking for him because he heard that the hospital that he worked in got blown up and they had lost everyone had lost contact with Yabu, so they went looking for them. Steve, one of the soldiers, got shot, and Blackjack was able to do some first aid on him, and then they got captured, they got tortured, and then Yabu was actually the one who saved them, and they got out of that prison, and then they eventually collapsed, and Fawn actually was the one who found Yabu because Yabu came and saved them and gave them first aid or whatever, but Steve was still dying, so they had to phone, well, I can't remember what the big dude's name is, the big military man phoned the army and they sent somebody in to save him, and Blackjack wasn't able to finish the work that he started on his patient. He had to watch the guy finish his work, but the guy is an actual doctor. Like, we have to remember that Blackjack is only a medical student. He's not actually a doctor. He's not licensed to do any of this stuff. But because he's so freaking awesome, nobody questions it because he is just that great. So, he had to watch him finish his work, and he did a fucking phenomenal job. Like, it was crazy how awesome it was. And even Blackjack was like, I can tell that your work is from experience. It's not just from thinking that you know what you're doing. You actually do know. So they had a little moment where even the guy told him, even though he got all up in Blackjack's face and told him that he's just a medical student and he needed to get out of the way, boy, and all that good stuff, that what he did, like when he did the first aid on him, was perfect. Like, so that should have made Blackjack feel a little bit better, and I think it did. But just this show is so freaking intense and awesome, and just it angers me like that people don't take Blackjack more seriously, because he deserves to be taken seriously because he is so freaking awesome. But just this show as a whole is freaking amazing. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you go watch it because you will probably love it, because this show is just so OP as shit. So yeah, like I said, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. I would love to hear how you guys felt about this episode. What do you think is going to happen? How do you think things are going to turn out? Do you think that they're going to be able to make it out of Vietnam safely? Like, what do you think is going to happen in general? So yeah, so as always, please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps me a whole lot. And this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.